guys know, Medusa had her babies. Finally, she had triplets. As you know, one unfortunately did not survive. We were just minutes late down here to the barn for that one. But the two that were surviving were doing pretty well. One of them, she's a little brown with a cape. I believe they call her a buckskin. She has a cape on her. She struggled the first few days. She could not hold her body temperature, so she would keep getting really, really cold. So I had to keep warming her up. I put a jacket on her, and even with the jacket, every once in a while, I would have to put her in a water bath, a warm water bath. So she was struggling to stay warm. But now she is doing fantastic. Unfortunately, the other one, I don't know what happened. I fed them one night. They did just fine. They ate. They were running around, the works, everything. By the morning time, I go out there. The two little ones were snuggled together. And I go to feed them, and I always feed the littlest one first, the one that I've been struggling to keep alive. I feed her first so that she gets as much as she needs. And she did. She drank everything. And then I go and reach for the other one, and she is super cold, as stiff as a board. No heartbeat, nothing. I mean, she was literally laying in the exact position she fell asleep in. And usually they will start arching their neck funny, like they stretch it out and then arch it when they're about to pass. And she wasn't. She didn't. She literally fell asleep and just was gone. Kind of like a SIDS situation, but I don't know. So I'm very confused on that one. But the other one is doing great. She's up at the house right now, staying warm. She is an indoor goat for now. Amelia loves her. But Medusa is back down here in the barn. I brought her back down here after 24 hours being up at the house. Now, I think I told you guys, she was struggling to milk and feed her baby goats. Her colostrum was super, super thick. I'm talking like cold toothpaste coming out of a super small hole thick. So the babies weren't getting anything. So I had to rush, get colostrum, and feed them and everything. Managed to do that. Did everything good. Everybody was doing great. But Medusa, I think in that process, so she wasn't feeding the babies. And I think the reason is them sucking on her udder was causing her pain, so she would kick them off. Now, she wasn't rejecting them by any means. She didn't reject them. She still loved them. She was snuggling up to them. She kept licking them, cleaning them, the works. Just, I think the pain, she was kicking them off after a minute. And in that process, I think she got a mild case of mastitis. Now, I was hand milking her, trying to help relieve some of that pressure as well. But I think in that process of getting that mild case of mastitis, she stopped producing milk already. So I've been trying, I've been struggling, I've been trying for the last 3 or 4 days. It is February 13 today. For the last 3 or 4 days, I've been trying to milk her, and it just keeps coming up empty. So I just said, all right, her udder is super soft. She doesn't have mastitis. It's not hot. There's no infection. So we're just going to be done. She is happy and healthy. Like, she's not sick. She is happy and healthy. But yeah. So we're going to give her another shot, because we cannot have animals on this property as just pets. Like, we can't afford it. So we're going to try again with her. Next kidding. So she will be one of our fall kidders. Now, we have decided to do 2 kiddings a year. One in the early spring, so that, not kiddings, breedings. We're going to do an early breeding. So one in like March, so middle of spring. And then so that we have the babies in about August. And then we're going to do another breeding in November so that we have kids in March. And the reason for that is just so that way they don't come during the coldest time of the year. So yeah, we are not getting milk off of Medusa, which is really sad because we kind of needed it for soaps, for caramels, for all of that. But it's fine. We have a plan. She will be doing great. But the boys are also doing great. We unfortunately did lose Thor. He's always been super sickly. Anyways, like we've been struggling with him since he was born. He was stepped on by one of the other goats as a baby. And so since he was born, he's struggled. And he got really sick, and it was literally within hours. I came down here and he looked a little lethargic, but it wasn't anything I was super concerned about. I was like, okay, let me check on him in about an hour and a half when I come down to actually feed everybody and check on him and see what's going on. Within that hour and a half, he went from just standing there lethargic, but still eating, to on the ground, not moving, and within minutes gone. So not sure what happened. Again, there, I'm thinking bloat hit him really hard and fast. So we did lose Thor, which is really sad, but all the other ones are doing well. And we are going to plan out this first breeding time, which is in March. So that is going to be the plan. Hello everybody, welcome to West Michigan, where we are right now experiencing the first false spring. Now you may be wondering what that is. In Michigan, and probably most northern states. So if you're probably south, you've never experienced this. But hey. But in most northern states, they have what's called a false spring, or they have a lot of seasons, to be honest. And right now it is the middle of February and it is in the 40s, almost 50. And what I used to have happen is I used to get all excited, start all my seeds, do all the things, and then it would all die because, yeah, the cold would stay going forever and ever and ever. So I am going to be smart this year. I'm going to be very careful about when I start all of my gardening stuff. But this first fall spring is pretty awesome in the sense of you can kind of get started on those projects that you would normally have to wait on. So one of the projects this year that we want to do is this chicken coop. We actually want to turn it into a fully functioning chicken coop out here. The plan is to get the chickens out of the barn and out here so we have a cleaner barn, because chickens are extremely messy. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. First things first though, we are going to lay some pelletized bedding to try to soak up some of the moisture that's coming down off the roof right now, which this roof was over a foot thick like a week ago. So we're gonna lay down some of this pelletized bedding to just start absorbing some of this moisture, and then we are going to start ripping out the old nesting boxes that were in here before we even moved in. Get those ripped out so the chickens stop laying in there. And we're gonna try to get this brooder box out, and that brooder box, we're going to try to save it. I'm hoping to save it. I should have done this last summer when we were done hatching chickens, but I'm going to get it cleaned up and get it preserved, get some preserves and stuff on it so that it holds it, and I'm hoping to save it. But yeah, the focus right now is just cleaning this area out so that we can get started on the next stage, which is building this out. We'll talk about that later. It's not to eat. You tell them, Puddles. So this ground is still quite frozen, so I'm gonna have to come out here and start raking some of it out just to get these out. But we can at least start with the nesting boxes first. So that is everything for now. I'm going to have to come down here. I don't think we have a Sawzall, but I know we have an oscillating saw. So I'm going to have to come down here with that to get the backboards off. And then this coop will be able to get finished. The plan is nesting boxes and possibly a window, because I think I have a window that will actually fit in this frame, because this is wider than 16 on center. And I think I have a window that will fit in this frame, so I got to double check it, but it's going to have like a window here and then roll away nesting boxes right here. And the nesting boxes are actually going to be out of the coop. So we will have them partially insulated. Same with the coop, just partially insulated, but there's going to be like plenty of ventilation, trust me. But yeah, so roll away nesting boxes right here, probably 1 or 2 rows. And then on this section of wall is going to be framed in. So this is going to be a closed area. So I might put another window in here because we have 2 windows that were on the in the old chicken coop. So we'll clean it up, put the one in this area. Then this area is going to have a big door. I'm actually going to pretty much make it the door that wide. And the reason for that is so that we can easily get in and out with like a wheelbarrow if we need to. The floor is going to be sand. So I can just come in and, yeah. But the coop is going to get insulated, but not like crazy insulated. It's going to be like thinner foam just to help with any air gaps, things like that. And then I'm going to order for the outside, we're going to do just slab wood. It's not the prettiest, but we'll make it work because it's cheap and it'll do the job. So we're going to do that. So yeah, it'll turn out good. It'll look good. I know it will. Now it's just a matter of getting everything else done. And the plan is to also sheet the inside, and then I'll paint it with lime paint just so that it's good. And then we'll put roosts kind of all willy-nilly on this side. Probably put a brooder area underneath down here and have it like covered with an angled cupboard. Just so that way we can bring chickens in, babies in, and they can kind of all get used to the family. So that is the plan. I'm hoping to get it done this summer. It's not a lot, and we have all the wood on site except for the slab wood. So we should, for the most part, be good to go. Yeah. So I think we'll get there. It'll happen. It'll happen. We'll be good. We'll be fine. Hello, vinegar. Black, what you doing, bud? Hey, Loki.
So we are going to get started on some seeds today. We're about a week late for these ones, but they'll be fine. So we're going to get started on poppies, and we need to cold stratify those. So basically, we just need to get them in a cold place, whatever. So in this one, we already have lilac pom-pom and black swan, which is right here, black swan and lilac pom-pom. We have 2 more varieties. We have a popover poppy mix, and then we also have a Shirley double mix. So we got to get these done. Now, basically, the best way to cold stratify poppy seeds is you take the seeds, you put them in ice cube trays, you pour water over them, and you freeze them for like 2 weeks. And then after that, you put them on the ground outside, and they should pop up. So that's what we're going to do now. So in this one here, we're going to do the Popiver Poppy Mix. Alright, so we're just going to do that amount for right now. We'll save the rest for another time. And then we just take water and we just pour them right over top.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a